Okay, happy Friday, everybody. Glenn Stein, Realty Executives here. Going to be talking about 3 questions you can ask when you're hiring a realtor, when you're hiring a listing agent in the Ocala, Florida area. In fact, Ocala, Villages, Bellevue, Florida, doesn't matter where you are, anywhere in the United States, these questions will apply. You can use this anywhere. So also, if you would subscribe to this channel, that'd be great. If you want updates, anytime you want an update, you'll be notified when I do a new video. And I'm doing videos, I'm doing an update at least once a week to let you know what's going on in the marketplace. And today is going to be no exception. So, when you're thinking about what you're going to do to hire a realtor, there's some obvious questions. We're not going to talk about the obvious questions like, tell me, what are you going to charge and what are you going to do to sell my home? These are real obvious questions, and we're not talking about that. That's really not what we're talking about today. I'm talking about second level, next level type questions, that type of thing. So, think about. I want you to be thinking about these questions because we're going to go really. These are in depth, next level questions, and I think you're going to find that it's going to be helpful for you. So, one thing I will tell you is that over the last couple of months, what we've seen in Marion County, we've seen the inventory go down in the 900s, but through the late part of the summer, typically, what I'm talking about is mostly like right after 4th of July, August, and now that we're in September, it's September 10th, 2021. Inventory has picked up probably about 10 to 12%. So now we're over the 1,000 mark. I think we reached that a couple of weeks ago, but now we're just hovering. I think we're at 1,009, actually looking at it now, 1,009. I'm noticing that most of the properties are over the 200,000 mark. If you look at the research now, we're looking at 100, under 100, and under 200,000. You're looking at right at it's more than 200, 225, but 250 properties. But 25% of the marketplace is under 200,000. 75% of the market is 200 and above, which is vastly different. There's still some things you can find in the western part of Marion County that are going to be in that lower and the upper 100s, but it's becoming thinner and thinner, and we're seeing more and more mobile homes in that price range. So really needing to be over the 200,000 mark. But the one thing we did discuss a couple of weeks ago was the affordability factor, and we're seeing the affordability index is saying that we're less affordable than what we were in the beginning part of this year in 2021 in January, but still more affordable than in the 1990s, mostly because of interest rate. So there's some really strong factors there. Obviously, pricing is much higher than what it was. When you compare it to the 90s and when you compare us to where we were back in 2010, big differences. But the 3 questions I want to share with you today when you're picking a realtor and you're picking an agent, number one is, what is that certain difference when we're thinking about what makes a realtor different? Makes anybody different. You can use this for any questions for any vendor that you're interviewing. But I think first of all, what are those things that make you go the extra mile? A lot of people will say, well, I'll go, above and beyond. But what does that mean? What specifically does that mean? So the question should be, tell me about an instance where you went above and beyond in the past as a realtor. Tell me about that and let them tell the story. And of course, if it resonates with you, that's great. If it doesn't, then that says something to you, both ways. Whatever they say, however they respond, it'll tell you a lot. So give me an example of how you've gone the extra mile or above and beyond. The second question is, what will you do to maximize my price, my profit? What will you do to maximize my price? And or what are you going to do to make this a smooth and easy transition for me and my family? How will you make this easy for us? What is your process for doing that? And then the third one is, tell me about your track record, right? Tell me, which is probably one of, if you were to say top 5 questions you should be asking a realtor when you're deciding who to pick. no matter where you are, is never, would probably be, tell me about your track record, tell me about your experience, tell me about your company's experience. That I think that's important. The first two say a lot, though. If a realtor is able to sit in your living room and look at you in the eye and basically tell you what they're going to do to get your home sold, and tell you specific thoughts about how they've made transactions smooth for past families, and how they're planning on maximizing your profits, and how they've gone the extra mile, I think that says a lot for them. So really look at those questions. Think about how you want to ask them. I would recommend these questions because I've trained realtors for the last 17 plus years. Actually started in real estate back in 2000, but started out my real estate team in 2001, and then started Realty Executives back in 2004. And that's basically what I've been doing, is just teaching, coaching, training. And these are things that help differentiate realtors and agents. So I really want to help you as the public to figure out, okay, what can I ask? How do I figure out who's a good agent and who's a good realtor, and who's not as good? But if you have questions, let me know. You can call me at 352-572-3796, 352-572-3796. You can also find us for Marion County properties in Ocala by midflhomes.com. Also have a Villages channel as well, but you can subscribe to this if you want Ocala, Marion County updates. This particular channel, I'm doing this every single week. So happy Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. Take care.